considering, lest, neither, now, once, whereas, neither, least, neither, next, whichever, alongside, amongst, concerning, considering, following, on to, round, times, unlike, unto, versus, abolish, access, accumulate, ache, adore, adorn, agonize, aim, alert, alter, alternate, amaze, amplify, amuse, animate, anticipate, appeal, approach, arouse, articulate, aspire, assemble, assert, assess, assure, astonish, attribute, authorize, await, balance, ban, bankrupt, bear, bargain, bark, beautify, bellow, benefit, bestow, betray, bewilder, bid, bind, blast, blaze, blink, blur, blush, bold, bookmark, boost, bottle, bow, break, broadcast, broaden, browse, bully, burden, burgle, bustle, butcher, buzz, carve, cast, cease, certify, challenge, chase, cheat, chew, shop, clap, clarify, clog, coach, coincide, collapse, comb, commemorate, comment, commute, compensate, compile, compromise, compute, conceal, concede, conceive, concern, condemn, conduct, confess, confine, confront, console, consult, contaminate, contradict, convert, cool, cooperate, cope, correct, correspond, crack, crawl, cruise, crystallize, cure, dash, debit, decay, deceive, decline, decorate, deduce, deem, defy, dehumanize, delight, demolish, deposit, descend, desire, despise, detach, detect, devote, dignify, dip, disapprove, disconnect, discredit, discriminate, disguise, disillusion, dismiss, displace, disqualify, disrupt, distract, divert, divorce, dominate, donate, double, doubt, downsize, drain, dread, ease, edit, elect, employ, encounter, endorse, enforce, engulf, enhance, enroll, entitle, envy, equal, equip, erupt, evacuate, evaluate, evolve, exalt, exceed, excel, explain, exclude, execute, exhibit, experiment, explode, exploit, export, extract, facilitate, faint, falter, familiarize, fear, feature, file, fine, fire, flap, flash, flee, flip, force, foresee, found, frame, freak, free, fulfill, generalize, glorify, gossip, grade, grieve, grip, guarantee, guard, hail, hammer, haunt, heat, hijack, honor, hook, hospitalize, hover, humanize, humiliate, hush, identify, idolize, illustrate, immerse, implement, imply, import, impose, imprison, inch, incur, indent, indulge, industrialize, infect, infer, inflate, influence, infringe, inhabit, inherit, inquire, inspect, instill, instruct, insult, integrate, interfere, interpret, intrude, investigate, invoke, issue, italicize, itch, jam, jeopardize, justify, kneel, lack, leak, lean, legislate, lengthen, level, lick, lighten, line, linger, list, load, lower, magnify, manipulate, manufacture, mechanize, merge, mess, mistreat, misunderstand, modernize, mortify, mount, multiply, mumble, muse, mutter, mystify, navigate, nod, nourish, obey, object, obsess, offend, originate, outdistance, outdo, outgrow, outlive, outshine, overbook, overemphasize, overestimate, overhear, overlook, overshadow, overstep, overtake, overthrow, overturn, panic, part, pave, pee, peel, penalize, penetrate, perceive, permeate, persist, personify, photograph, picture, pitch, plead, plug, plug, poison, ponder, pop, popularize, postpone, pound, powder, praise, proceed, predicate, prejudge, preoccupy, prescribe, present, prevail, price, process, progress, prohibit, project, prompt, prosecute, prosper, protest, publicize, punch, purchase, quantify, quarrel, question, cue, quote, radiate, range, rate, rate, rebel, reckon, recollect, reconsider, recruit, redo, refute, regulate, reinforce, rejoin, relieve, reorganize, repress, reprove, research, resign, resume, retard, retreat, retrieve, reverse, review, revive, revolutionize, revolve, reward, rhyme, rip, risk, roar, rock, roll, round, row, rub, rule, sack, safeguard, sail, saw, scan, schedule, scramble, scratch, screen, screw, select, sense, sentence, separate, shatter, shell, shock, shoplift, shower, shrink, shrug, side, signify, sketch, skin, skip, slam, slat, slice, slide, smash, snap, sneak, sneeze, sniff, snore, soak, soar, sob, socialize, sort, span, spare, specify, spin, split, sponsor, spot, spray, spread, squash, squeeze, stab, stain, stammer, stamp, startle, start, state, steer, stimulate, stink, store, straighten, strain, strangle, stress, stride, strip, strive, stroke, struggle, stuff, submit, subside, substitute, subtract, suck, sue, supervise, supply, suppress, surrender, suspect, suspend, sustain, sweep, swing, sympathize, tack, tackle, tap, tease, test, testify, threaten, tickle, time, tip, tiptoe, toil, tolerate, torture, trace, track, trade, trail, transmit, transport, tread, treat, trick, trip, underestimate, undertake, unload, unlock, untie, upgrade, upset, urge, usher, utilize, utter, value, vanish, verse, vibrate, violate, water, weaken, wed, whip, whisper, whistle, widen, wind, wipe, wire, withdraw, worsen, wound, yawn, yearn, yell, yield, absentee, abuse, accessibility, accommodation, accusation, acid, acquisition, addict, addiction, adjustment, adoption, advance, advancement, advent, adversity, agony, aircraft, aircrew, alcoholic, alcoholism, allegation, alliance, ally, alter, altitude, aluminum, amazement, ambassador, ambiguity, ammonia, amplifier, analogy, analyst, anchor, anchor person, anchorage, anchorman, anguish, anti-cancer, anticipation, anti-pollution, antivirus, apostrophe, applicant, arch, archaeologist, arena, aristocracy, harmful, artery, artistry, ash, aspiration, assault, assembly, assessment, assumption, assurance, astonishment, astronomy, athletics, attainment, attendance, attractiveness, attribute, aubergine, audit, audition, availability, awe, axe, axis, backup, backyard, badge, ballot, ballet, ballot, ban, banker, bankruptcy, barbershop, barley, barn, barometer, barrier, bartender, bathhouse, battlefield, beagle, beak, beam, bearing, beat, belongings, band, benevolence, berry, bestseller, bewilderment, bidding, bikini, billion, bio, biotechnology, birdcage, birthplace, blade, blast, blaze, blend, blindness, bloodstream, blossom, blurb, bold, bolt, bombard, bomber, bombing, booklet, bookmark, boost, booth, botany, bounce, bourbon, boxer, bracket, brag, bravery, breakdown, breakup, breed, brewery, broadband, broadcaster, brochure, brother-in-law, browser, Bruce, bud, bulimia, bun, bumper, bun, bureaucracy, burglary, burial, bus, cabinet, cable, campaign, candidate, cane, cannonball, cannon, capability, caption, captive, caravan, carbon, carbon dioxide, carbon footprint, carbon monoxide, cardboard, cardigan, carnival, carpool, cascade, cast, catalog, catalyst, catastrophe, categorization, catering, cathedral, cause, ceiling, cellar, cellist, cello, cemetery, centigrade, certificate, certification, chancellor, checkpoint, cheerfulness, chemotherapy, cherry, sheath, chimney, ship, chunk, circuit, circuitry, circumstance, clam, classic, classification, clause, cleanliness, client, climate change, closure, clothing, coaching, coalition, coastline, cocktail, cocoa, coconut, coherence, coincidence, colleague, collector, collocation, colon, coma, commander, commerce, commercial, commission, commonwealth, community, compassion, compensation, competence, completion, complexion, complexity, component, comprehension, compress, compression, conceit, conception, concession, concrete, conductor, cone, conference, conferencing, confession, conjunction, conquest, conscience, consciousness, consensus, consent, consolation, consultant, contempt, contract, contradiction, controversy, convention, converse, conversion, cooperation, copper, coral, core, cornerstone, cornet, corona, corporation, correctness, correspondence, correspondent, corridor, corruption, costume, cottage, cough, counter, countryman, courtesy, coward, coziness, crab, crack, craftsman, crater, crease, creation, creep, crew, cripple, criticism, crocodile, cruelty, cube, cubism, cuff, culmination, curl, cursor, cyber addict, cybercaf, cybercrime, cyberpit, cyberschool, cyberspace, cyclist, dandelion, darling, dash, data, database, daughter-in-law, dawn, daytime, dear, debit, debit card, decade, deck, decomposition, decoration, dedication, deduction, dear, defeat, deficit, deforestation, delegate, delicacy, denim, deputy, desktop, desolation, desperation, destiny, detachment, determiner, devil, diarrhea, dictator, digest, dignity, dilemma, dime, dimension, diphtheria, diploma, diplomat, disappearance, disapproval, discharge, disciple, discipline, disgrace, disguise, dishonesty, disorder, displeasure, disposal, disposition, dispute, disregard, dissatisfaction, dissident, distortion, distraction, distributor, diversion, division, divorce, DNA, doc, donation, donkey, doom, doorkeeper, doorway, dorm, dormitory, dose, double, dove, downfall, download, dowry, draft, drain, drapery, droop, dropout, drought, dual, duplicate, duplication, dwarf, die, eagle, earnings, ease, ecologist, economist, edit, editorial, educator, effectiveness, electrician, electronics, elegance, elite, eloquence, embassy, embrace, emergence, employee, employer, endeavor, endurance, energy, engagement, enterprise, entrepreneur, environment, equal, equation, equity, eruption, essayist, estate, estimate, ethic, evacuation, evaluation, evil, evolution, exactness, exaggerate, exaggeration, examinee, exception, exclamation mark, exclusion, excursion, execution, executive, exhaust, exhaustion, exile, expansion, expectation, expedition, explorer, explosive, export, extension, extract, eyebrow, eyelash, eyelid, fabric, facilities, factor, faculty, faith, fame, fascination, fat, fate, father-in-law, feet, feedback, female, ferryboat, fiber, fighting, finance, fingernail, fire brigade, firearm, fireplace, firmness, first language, first person, fit, flame, flash, flaw, flax, fleet, flesh, flexibility, fluency, flutter, focus, follower, folly, footnote, foreman, forestry, formation, fox, fragrance, fraud, frigate, frontier, fume, functionality, funk, furor, gaiety, gambling, gang, gangster, gardener, gasp, gateway, gaze, gear, generalization, generosity, genius, genre, germ, getaway, ghetto, giveaway, glassy, glare, gleam, bleed, global warming, glow, goat, God, good, goodwill, goop, gorge, gracefulness, grain, grasp, gravestone, gravitation, greatness, grief, grin, grip, grown up, gorilla, guideline, go, gun, gunshot, guts, habitant, handicap, handicraft, handout, handrail, hang, hard drive, hardware, harm, harrow, haste, hatching, hay, headquarters, healthcare, heap, hedge, helicopter, hell, helper, hemp, herb, heritage, hesitation, highlight, hijack, hint, holder, holocaust, home, hood, hook, hospice, hospitality, housekeeper, housemaster, housewife, hug, human rights, humanist, humbug, humiliation, hunting, hygiene, hyperbole, hyphen, iceman, icon, identification, ideology, idiot, ignorance, illustration, imagery, imitation, immigrant, immortality, imperative, implement, implication, impossibility, impressionism, impressionist, imprisonment, impulse, incense, incentive, index, indignity, individual, infant, inference, inflammation, inflation, influenza, infringement, initiative, injection, innovation, input, inside, inspector, instinct, institution, insult, intellectual, interior, interpretation, interpreter, interruption, intersection, intruder, intrusion, inventor, inverted commas, investigator, investment, investor, involvement, irritation, islander, jaw, jeweler, jog, joint, journalism, judo, jump, junk food, juror, jury, kangaroo, karaoke, keeper, kerosene, keystroke, knot, label, laborer, lance, landing, landlady, landslide, lap, laptop, lark, laser, last minute, laundry, lava, lawmaker, lawn, lawsuit, layabout, leaflet, leak, leap, learning, lease, leash, lecturer, leak, legend, legislation, legislator, legislature, leopard, lid, lifetime, lighting, limb, linen, liner, ling, listener, litter, living, loan, lobby, loneliness, lowland, lyrics, madam, madam, madness, maestro, major, make, malady, malaria, mama, mango, mansion, manual, manufacture, manufacturer, manufacturing, marathon, margin, marketing, martial art, mask, mass, massacre, massage, masseur, master, masterpiece, mastery, make, mausoleum, meme, means, media, medication, melody, memorial, mentor, merchandise, mercy, merger, messenger, metaphor, micro, microbe, microcomputer, micrometer, microorganism, microphone, microscope, microscopy, microwave, midst, migration, mill, millimeter, millionaire, mimic, mine, minister, mint, misconception, misfortune, missile, mist, mix, mixture, mobility, modernization, modification, mogul, mold, monastery, moonlight, moonscape, morality, mortar, mortgage, mother-in-law, motion, motorbike, motorist, mover, mumble, murmur, musical, mustache, mutability, mutter, mutton, nano, narrator, native speaker, navigation, navy, necessity, need, neglect, nerve, nerves, net surfer, neurosis, newscaster, nightclub, nightmare, nobility, nobleman, nomad, nomination, nominee, nostril, knot, nourishment, novelty, nuisance, nursery, nut, nutshell, oath, obedience, obituary, obligation, observer, obsession, offender, offense, official, ointment, olive, Olympia, Olympiad, operator, opponent, optimism, optimist, orator, orchid, organizer, original, originality, ornament, ounce, outback, outbreak, outcome, outfit, outing, outlet, outline, outlook, outpatient, output, outrage, outside, outsider, outskirts, overcoat, overlap, overtime, owl, ox, ozone, pie, packet, pad, paintbrush, pajamas, palette, pancake, panel, papaya, paperwork, parade, paradox, paralysis, paratrooper, parliament, participation, particle, partisan, partnership, pastor, patch, patriot, patriotism, patron, pavement, paw, pawnbroker, pawn shop, payment, peach, peak, pearl, pebble, pedal, pedestrian, peel, peep, peer, peg, penalty, penguin, penicillin, pension, pentagon, percentage, perception, permanence, perseverance, persistence, personification, personnel, perspective, perspiration, persuasion, pessimist, pH, pharmacist, phase, position, pie, pickle, pillowcase, pin, pine, pint, piracy, pirate, pitch, plague, planning, playmate, playwright, plot, plum, plumber, plus, pneumonia, point of view, polar bear, polio, polish, politeness, polity, polo, popularity, porch, portion, pose, practicality, prance, prawn, predicament, predictor, prefect, prehuman, presenter, presidency, prestige, prevention, prick, prime minister, principal, priority, privilege, probe, procedure, professional, profile, profit, programmer, programming, project, projection, prom, prominence, prompt, proponent, pros, prospect, province, provision, proximity, psychology, publication, publicity, pudding, pulse, pumpkin, punch, punctuality, purchase, pursuit, qualification, quarantine, quarrel, query, quiet, quotation, quote, racism, racist, rack, radar, radical, radium, rafter, rag, rainbow, rainstorm, rally, ram, ramp, ranger, rake, rattle, ravage, reaction, real estate, realization, rebel, recession, recipe, recognition, recollection, recommendation, recreation, read, reference, refinery, reform, refrain, refresh, refuge, refugee, regard, reggae, regime, regret, rehearsal, reinforcement, rejection, relativity, relaxation, relay, relic, relief, remains, remark, reminder, rental, repaint, repertoire, repetition, replacement, replica, repression, reprint, residence, resident, resignation, resistance, resolution, respiration, restriction, retailer, retina, retirement, retreat, revelation, revenge, revenue, reverence, revival, revolution, rhinoceros, rib, riddle, rider, ridge, righteousness, rim, right, ritual, rival, Rome, rocket, roommate, route, royalty, rubble, rug, rush hour, sag, sage, salary, salesmanship, salesperson, saleswoman, salon, salsa, sandstone, sanitation, savings, say, scandal, scar, scarlet, scent, scheme, scholasticism, schoolgirl, scooter, scribble, Scrooge, scuba, scythe, seal, second person, sector, seesaw, segment, self-confidence, seller, semifinal, semicolon, seminar, senator, servant, setback, sexism, shed, shield, shift, shipping, shipwreck, shooting, shopkeeper, shoplifter, shoplifting, shortness, showbiz, showcase, shrink, silverware, simplification, sincerity, sister-in-law, skateboard, skateboarder, skylark, slang, slap, slash, slaughter, sliver, smokestack, sneer, snore, snowball, soak, softness, soil, solidity, soliloquy, solo, solvent, son-in-law, sonnet, soundtrack, Soviet, soybean, spy, spare rib, spark, sparrow, specialty, species, spectacle, speeder, spike, splash, splatter, spokesman, spokeswoman, spray, spreadsheet, sprint, spur, squad, squash, stability, stack, stagger, stain, state, standstill, stanza, starvation, statesman, statistics, steering wheel, stepfather, stepmother, stereotype, stew, stick, stimulant, stimulation, stitch, stock, stock market, stockpile, stonework, stool, stopover, stopwatch, straight, strand, stroke, stylist, subcontinent, subculture, subdivision, subjunctive, subplot, substance, subtitle, suburb, suffering, sulfur, sunbeam, superintendent, supervision, supervisor, supplement, supplier, surge, surroundings, surveillance, swan, swing, syllable, synonym, tablecloth, tabloid, tag, tail, tan, tatter, tattoo, taunt, teaspoon, telescope, temptation, tenderness, terrace, territory, testimony, theme, theorist, therapist, therapy, thermometer, thesis, thickness, thigh, thinker, third person, thirst, thread, thrill, throat, tightrope, timeliness, timing, tiredness, toenail, toll, tune, ton, torch, tortoise shell, trader, trailer, trainee, trainer, trait, trader, tramp, trample, transcript, transfer, transfusion, transistor, transition, translation, translator, transmission, traverse, tray, treaty, trek, tremor, trial, triangle, tribe, trio, trolley, troop, trophy, trunk, trust, truthfulness, tub, tuberculosis, tug, tuition, tulip, tumor, tunnel, tutor, twinkle, typhoid, tyranny, tyrant, undergraduate, understanding, underwear, unease, unhappiness, unrest, unusualness, upbringing, update, upgrade, user, utility, vaccine, valentine, vanity, variation, venture, venue, verse, version, veteran, vibration, viewer, vigor, villa, villager, vinegar, virtual reality, virtue, vitamin, vocalist, volunteer, vomit, voter, vow, wage, waste, waistcoat, weight, walkabout, walker, wallboard, walnut, want, worship, wartime, wasp, weave, weed, welcome, welfare, wheat, whiskey, widow, wit, wilderness, will, win, windshield, wink, wit, withdrawal, witness, wolf, wood carving, workbench, workman, work table, worldview, worm, worse, worship, wreck, x-ray, yacht, yawn, zebra, zip, zoom, abandoned, aboriginal, absurd, achievable, actual, acute, adaptable, addicted, adequate, administrative, admirable, adopted, adventurous, adverse, affectionate, affordable, ageless, alphabetical, ambiguous, ample, anonymous, anti-aircraft, antibacterial, antique, anti-static, appreciative, approximate, arctic, arrogant, astonished, astonishing, attached, attainable, attentive, atypical, authoritative, bad-tempered, balanced, bulky, barren, beneficial, benevolent, biological, bizarre, bloody, blooming, boiling, bony, bookish, bossy, bothered, bothersome, breakable, breathtaking, breezy, budget, burdensome, bustling, carefree, caring, catastrophic, catchy, chaotic, characteristic, charming, cheeky, cherished, childish, citywide, clerical, clumsy, coarse, coherent, colonial, communicative, compassionate, compatible, competent, comprehensive, compulsory, conceivable, concrete, consistent, constant, contemporary, content, contradictory, conventional, convinced, cooperative, corporal, corporate, corresponding, corrupt, costly, countrywide, cowardly, cozy, creepy, criminal, crucial, daft, damn, darling, dated, de facto, decent, deceptive, decisive, decorative, deep, deliberate, demanding, dense, dental, dependable, descriptive, designer, desirable, detailed, determined, developing, devoted, dim, disorderly, disorganized, dispensable, dissatisfied, distinguished, distressing, divided, domestic, doubtful, down, dreadful, dreamy, drinkable, dumb, dynamic, economical, ecstatic, educated, elective, elegant, elemental, eligible, eloquent, enduring, entertaining, environmentally friendly, erect, estimated, ethnic, everlasting, evil, exceptional, excessive, executive, exhausting, existing, exotic, expected, expert, explosive, expressive, exquisite, extensive, external, exultant, fabulous, far, fascinated, fatal, faulty, fearsome, fed up, federal, fellow, fictional, fierce, figurative, filial, fiscal, fixed, flawless, flexible, fluid, formidable, forthcoming, foul, friendly, frugal, functional, fundamental, funky, furious, gaudy, genuine, geographic, glamorous, local, gloomy, godly, governmental, gradual, grand, grim, gross, growing, grown-up, gymnastic, hairy, harmless, haunting, hazardous, heartbreaking, heartwarming, high-tech, hilarious, hollow, homeward, honorable, hospitable, hourly, humane, humble, humiliating, hybrid, icy, identical, idle, ignorant, immoral, immortal, impartial, impermanent, impolite, practical, impressed, improbable, improved, impulsive, inaccurate, inadequate, inanimate, inborn, incurable, indebted, indescribable, indifferent, indispensable, indulgent, ineffective, inert, inexperienced, infected, infectious, inflammatory, influential, informal, initial, injured, innate, innovative, inseparable, inside, inspirational, insufficient, intellectual, intent, interactive, interpersonal, intimate, intransitive, intravenous, invariable, invisible, irrational, irresistible, irresponsible, irritated, irritating, keen, known, lame, last minute, later, ladder, legendary, legislative, legitimate, lengthy, liberal, lifeless, literal, long distance, long term, lousy, lucrative, lush, luxurious, luxury, manual, mathematical, mature, medieval, mediocre, metric, microscopic, mighty, miniature, misleading, mistrustful, mock, modest, momentary, moody, moral, mortal, motivated, mournful, moving, muddy, multiple, mutable, narcissistic, nationwide, naughty, naval, neat, needless, needy, neighboring, newsworthy, noble, non-smoking, non-professional, numerical, obedient, objective, obsessive, odd, offshore, optimistic, optional, oral, orchestral, outrageous, outside, oval, overall, overseas, oversized, packed, pandemic, paperless, paramedic, particular, passionate, pastoral, patriotic, pedantic, persistent, pessimistic, petrified, petty, philosophical, picky, picturesque, pointless, posh, possessed, postal, potent, potential, predicative, predictable, predictive, preferable, prehistoric, pre-industrial, preliminary, presidential, prestigious, pretend, preventive, priceless, primary, prime, prior, probable, profitable, prompt, proposed, proven, punctual, purposeful, puzzled, quarrelsome, queer, quick, quotable, rash, rear, rebellious, recommendable, rectangular, redundant, referent, reflective, related, relevant, relieved, reluctant, remaining, resonant, respected, respiratory, revolutionary, rhythmic, risky, roast, rocky, rosy, ruinous, rural, rusty, salty, sanitary, satisfactory, scheduled, seasonal, secondary, self-confident, selfless, sensible, sensitive, serene, serial, sexual, sexy, shabby, shaken, Shakespearean, shaky, short-term, simultaneous, sincere, skilled, skillful, slight, sloppy, so-called, soaked, soaking, sociable, solar, solo, sophisticated, sound, spare, sparkling, spellbound, standard, stand by, starving, state, steely, stern, stiff, stingy, straightforward, striking, subtle, successive, superb, supernatural, suspicious, swift, symbolic, sympathetic, tabloid, tactile, tame, tanned, technical, temperate, tender, terrifying, thoughtful, thoughtless, thrilled, thrilling, timeless, tiresome, tolerant, tough, toxic, transient, transitive, transparent, tricky, trivial, tropic, troublesome, trusty, truthful, turbulent, twisted, ultimate, unacceptable, unattractive, unauthorized, unavailable, unaware, unbearable, unbeatable, unchanged, uncharacteristic, uncommon, unconcerned, unconscious, underground, undersea, understandable, understanding, undreamed, undressed, unenthusiastic, uneven, unfamiliar, unfashionable, unforeseen, ungodly, unhelpful, unimaginable, united, universal, unkind, unlimited, unmistakable, unnatural, unofficial, unpopular, unrealistic, unreasonable, unreliable, unsafe, unsatisfactory, unselfish, unstoppable, unsuccessful, unsuitable, unsure, untalented, untreated, untrimmed, unwilling, unwise, unworldly, upright, upside down, urban, vacant, valid, varied, verbal, very, vigorous, vital, waterproof, wealthy, wearisome, weary, well-balanced, well-built, well-organized, well-paid, western, willing, winding, witty, wondrous, workaholic, worldly, worldwide, worn out, worrying, worthless, youthful, yummy, abnormally, abruptly, accordingly, actively, additionally, adequately, admiringly, admittedly, adversely, affectionately, aggressively, alternatively, amazingly, appropriately, artificially, attentively, backwards, bitterly, blindly, bloody, brilliantly, broadly, calmly, casually, cheerfully, comfortably, confidently, considerably, conveniently, conversely, creatively, critically, crossly, cruelly, culturally, damn, dearly, deliberately, delicately, densely, desperately, doubly, dramatically, eagerly, eastward, ecologically, effectively, electronically, elegantly, emphatically, endlessly, enthusiastically, environmentally, essentially, paternally, evidently, exceptionally, exclusively, extraordinarily, fantastically, financially, fine, finely, firstly, flat, flexibly, fondly, foolishly, forcefully, formerly, frankly, frantically, furiously, generously, gently, genuinely, globally, graphically, hastily, hugely, ideally, impatiently, impolitely, improperly, independently, innocently, instantly, invariably, invitingly, ironically, irresistibly, jealously, knowingly, vastly, leisurely, likewise, literally, loosely, momentarily, morally, narrowly, nationwide, necessarily, negatively, neither, nervously, nicely, northward, offhand, openly, originally, outwardly, overall, overboard, overly, overtime, passionately, patiently, peacefully, politically, potentially, powerfully, practically, precisely, preferably, presumably, previously, privately, promptly, proudly, psychologically, radically, readily, reasonably, regardless, regrettably, remarkably, respectably, rightly, scarcely, scientifically, secondly, seldom, separately, sharp, sharply, significantly, since, skillfully, skyward, solo, somewhat, southward, specifically, statewide, strictly, stubbornly, sufficiently, suitably, suspiciously, technically, temporarily, tenderly, that, thereafter, thickly, thirdly, thoroughly, though, tight, tremendously, ultimately, unashamedly, unclearly, uncomfortably, underground, underneath, underwater, undoubtedly, uneasily, unimaginably, unjustly, unmistakably, unthinkably, upright, upside down, urgently, utterly, verbally, vigorously, virtually, visibly, weakly, willingly, wordlessly, worst, wrongly,